Greetings, I'm David, and this is, well, technically this is Sims Classic. It's a CD with SimCity, SimEarth, and SimFarm. Today, we're going to be doing SimFarm. So, Axis presents. Assuming there's music. Okay. Sorry about that. Yes, there should have been music. There was probably music in the video, but for me, there wasn't. So, SimFarm. So we're gonna design our own world. We're gonna have a little more wind speed than that. A little more rain. Maybe about there. So we could do a lake or river or both. We'd have to generate the world again, but I think this is going to be good. So control 0 to make sure that the speed is down to pause. Let's go ahead and increase the size of our map as much as possible. So here is what our current farm looks like. So I've only played this a little bit. When I first started playing it, actually, was the other week when my Wi-Fi was down and I didn't have anything else to do but learn how to play SimFarm. I figured of the three and of the two that aren't SimCity, SimFarm would be the easier of the two to learn, because we've already done SimCity 2000, and that series was really good. Like, not gonna lie, that's been by far the best series that this channel has had. So we need to get a couple roads placed down in order to start our farm. We need to get a couple large sheds. We can also go ahead and just get a couple silos. So silos are for food. So in case we, for whatever reason, can't hold, oops, right. There are a lot of rocks and we should probably get rid of a couple. So let's see here. And I'm sorry if the game kind of like pauses. I don't know what's causing that. But I notice it mostly when the song stops playing. But turning off the song doesn't seem to help any. Okay. So let's see here. What do we want to do? How do we want to do this? So this might look a little different than some other Let's Plays, or what Let's Plays or playthroughs there are of this game. And that's because of the version that I'm playing. I'm not playing the original DOS version, or that I think is only on DOSBox. Or they're playing. Most people who are playing this are playing it on DOSBox. Okay. Put one there. I think I might have put it a little incorrectly. Never mind, we can make this work. So we do need ditches to ensure that our fields drain properly. So we're going to start off, and this is what I've found, and what most people do, is they do basically all strawberries. Strawberries are by far the best money makers in this game. Like, they have the best turnaround time for the cost. Okay, start off with 2 strawberry fields. Strawberry fields forever. And we need to buy several tractors. If you right click on your buildings here, you can go ahead and just buy some of those. Click on the buy tab. Technically it is open, but underneath the edit, just clicking on it again will open it up for you. So we're primarily going to focus on sprayers at the moment. You can like buy a planter, maybe like 1 planter or something, just to help, but that stuff you can just lease. It does cost a little bit of money, but comparative to like a sprayer, which we're going to be using a lot of sprayers. It's not quite as big of a deal. So let's go ahead and continue to do that. And let's see, we need, go ahead and do 2 more strawberry fields. So I will not act like I am a master at this game, because I'm not. I've only played it maybe 2 or 3 times at this point, and only one of those was actually successful. But I did watch like a tutorial, and I think I understand it a little better. And especially on some of the key, like, how to make money in the game. So just to kind of go through a few things. Sell. We have 3 things that we can sell. Our crops, our equipment, and animals. Animals generally aren't your main money maker, be completely honest. They're kind of more like a side thing to the crops. You can check your balance. So currently this is how much we have from total assets, and land contributes a lot to that. We have our revenue and we have our expenditures. This is how you take loans from the bank. And then this, so currently, this is what I didn't really understand when I first played. So essentially what you're going to be looking for is, basically this is gambling right here. So you're betting that the price here is going to be higher than what you actually make from these fields. So the higher they are, you generally want to place like a future. That's what the game calls it, is a future. So if you click on this field, so if we put a future right here, that value right here, when the strawberry is harvested, if the value that you would get for that crop is lower than this, you would get this value instead. And that honestly is not bad. A way that you can kind of cheese it is to, with the disasters up here, have a drought, and that would pretty much kill your crop. So that's if that's what you want to do, obviously. If you just want to, play normally, then yeah. So, I think that's primarily it for now. So let's go ahead and Control 1, 2, 3 can speed it up. At the little keyboard shortcut here. Let's just go up to normal for now. Okay. Quickly before we do anything. So these drought things will probably go away sooner or later. But these bags are fertilizer. So that's sort of the next thing that I need to kind of go through for anyone who has never played this game before. So you have fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. Fertilizer takes care of this symbol right there. So if we went ahead and sprayed all of these, the drought thing should hopefully take care of itself. Especially if it starts raining and stuff. This thing means that the thing that looks like corn is fungicide. Maybe I should have made the map a little more wet. I think after the first rainstorm, it should go away. Oh, do I need to just set one of these ditches up? Alright, fine. Okay. So, what I guess the game is going to make me do is... It's not the prettiest way to do things, but if this is how the game's going to act, then I guess I will do it. So ditches, irrigation ditches, bring in water or drain water, depending on what you need them to do. We need to bring it up to a source of water. So in this case, this river up here, and we come to the this tab and click on water pump. And that should take care of it. All right. There we go. And eventually it might say that it's flooded, which in that case we can turn that off. Okay, so this symbol is weeds, so herbicide will take care of those. And then the other symbol that was on here, the one that looked like a little worm, is pesticide. So this strawberries, if you decide to go with strawberries, this is primarily what you're going to be doing the entire game, is just spraying your fields. Like, no joke. That is going to be primarily what you're doing the entire game. All right. Go ahead and go up to normal. Okay. All right. So right click on this thing, and if you notice, there's a little red X right there that shuts off the irrigation. Right. You can only do one spray at a time, so you have to wait until your tractor is finished before you can start a new one. Otherwise, it just eats it. Every spray takes 200. So strawberries are pretty expensive to maintain, but they are worth the investment if you're willing to do that. This is supposed to be a really zen, relaxing game. So I'm going to go ahead and disable that before this game stops being zen and relaxing. But I do think I am okay. So the value of strawberries went up, and I think we're going to go ahead. I believe the speed actually turned down. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, back up to speed 2. I don't know how long this Let's Play is going to be. This game doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, sort of the end game, the Exodus has begun type Easter egg like SimCity 2000 does. Surprisingly, this game was put out in the same year as SimCity 2000, which makes you kind of question, like, why the sort of upgrade in visual fidelity, I guess. Obviously, SimCity 2000 by today's standards doesn't look super amazing, but it still looks better than... It still looks pretty good compared to this 2D overhead view. Like, obviously, you can tell what everything's supposed to be for the most part. But this still has sort of the original SimCity. This tractor is kind of silly. Going to... So, yeah, we just made a lot of money right there. What I'm going to do... Crap, I can't really sell that stuff. I would have to... I guess what I was going to say was I was going to try and... another road over here. Some people put roads in between their buildings, and that might be the best. Or the best. Alright. Go back up to speed 2. Fortunately, it doesn't say, like... Yeah, because this thing keeps happening for some reason, and I don't know why. Seems odd to me that it would do that. Okay, that's what I was talking about by the game, for whatever reason, sort of lagging. I'm going to do this just to kind of help. Alright, so you might be thinking, well, this is a pretty small farm here, and there's a way to increase your size. So if you come over to your map and click on this one, the property tab, you can go ahead and buy a new tile. So these ones are cheaper for some reason than these bottom ones, so I'm going to expand this way first. And that's all we can do. So we still have to destroy all the fences for some reason. Herbicide. So let's do this. This is why you need a lot of sprayers with strawberries in particular. If you're not doing strawberries, it's not quite as important to have as many, depending on what type of crop you have, obviously. Because some crops still require a lot of pesticide, or a lot of sprays. Actually, what I have on hand right now is the Sim Classics manual. This giant book with all 3 games and how to play them, a couple early game strategies to kind of help you get started. And it's actually really helpful. That's how I learned to play this particular game, was by looking at it, because it's such an old game that a lot of people don't have, and a lot of people don't have a whole lot of info on it. Like, obviously you have your standard sort of game fact type stuff, but there's just not a lot of detail out there for some of these older sim games. Fertilizer. So I'm primarily looking to just sort of help you get set up with SimFarm. I'm not looking to make a globe-spanning farm in this tiny town. So I don't know how long we are going to do this Let's Play, but I am looking forward to what we do with this. Okay. So the price definitely goes down a bit. When you do these futures. Okay, so we're ranging somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000. These silly. Should probably build an actual road out to the town. Unfortunately, rocks are in our way. Oh, crap. Not what I want. Waste money. No. Can't be wasting money like that. Alright. So now we can have people come to our farm. Not that, you know, that really matters. I don't think it actually matters at all. Like, I really don't. Watch, it just slows down our tractors more because people keep getting in our way. I could honestly see that being a thing. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead, pause the game, and call this a part for now. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in more SimFarm.